Hey guys, this is Zyori from hypercrew.com coming at you with another live interview at the pre-MLG status. It is still Thursday night outside the Internet Gamers LAN Center here in beautiful Anaheim, California. With me here is VPSycknesS and VPDopa. Syckness, how are you feeling about MLG?
I'm feeling pretty good. I was just on vacation for 2 weeks, so I'm a little bit rusty, but I've had enough time to practice in the last few days, so I'm feeling pretty good about it.
So is this your first MLG?
This is my third competing, fourth being there.
Okay, good stuff. And Dopa, how about you? Is this your first MLG actually competing?
It's actually one of my first MLGs. I live in this state, so I'm really excited to actually finally have a chance to go to one of the MLGs, since all of the past ones has been on like the other side of the state. So super awesome. Finally get to see the faces behind everyone that I've known online. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, definitely, it's an experience to finally be able to match the names to the the faces to the names, and it's very exciting. And indeed, being on the West Coast sort of puts you at a little bit of a disadvantage as far as traveling and all that stuff. So, how are you guys feeling about the map pool? Obviously, we have dual site added in now, and MLG Metalopolis is still there, but no longer on the ladder. So, what are your thoughts about the overall map pool? And Shakuras is kind of a shaky map these days.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that they kept Metalopolis. You know, it's a great map for Zerg. So I can't complain. The new dual site, I kind of like it. It's another map it's got a big open middle, so that can be good for flanking with Zerg as well. But it's also hard to take a third and a fourth on that map, so I'm not really sure if I'm a full supporter of that map. But I mean, I think it's pretty balanced. And then the other maps are all pretty balanced too. They're all like, you know, the cookie cutter, pretty standard maps. You know, there's nothing too crazy. So I like it. I like the map pool this time.
Yeah, and obviously there's the Zerg player perspective, but we do have the opposite side of the coin here, the Terran player. What are your thoughts about, or Protoss, excuse me, what are your thoughts about the overall map pool?
I really actually like the map pool a lot, but I was hoping to mix in some of the new maps that Blizzard released, since the maps we have right now are really easy for you to take your natural, and while the new maps are easy for you to take a third. So it's a little bit different, but then I feel like the new maps kind of favor Protoss a little bit, so actually I'm for it because of that. So I feel like the new maps is really, really different from the traditional maps, and I really felt like they should have been mixed in, maybe like one or two of those maps to be mixed in. So if they had added dual set, I was hoping that they would add like maybe one of those maps, but unfortunately not.
Yeah, I was going to say, what were your thoughts about adding maybe a few more of those GSL maps, like maybe Belshir Beach or Crevasse or something?
Right, that would be awesome. Belshir Beach looks beautiful. It's such a nice map. Even if I don't get to play on it, just like watching a championship game being played on it is just an enjoyment. It's a good map.
Yeah, and what are your thoughts on the other GSL maps that aren't in the pool?
Well, Belshir Beach is it's like kind of like reminds me of Turtle Rock in Warcraft 3. I think that's the map that it's pretty similar. So I've never played on it. Well, no, I've actually played maybe like 2 games on it. I think the GSL maps are all pretty good. I think they make those maps with the, you know, they're thinking that they want it to be balanced for all the races, and I think they generally achieve that for the most part. So I wouldn't be against it. It's always nice to play a new map.
Yeah, certainly right. It's great to have some extra maps mixed in with the pool, and a lot of those are macro maps at that, so certainly lead to some more interesting games. But obviously, we're going to move on now to sort of your team history. VP Gamers is a very new team, so how are you guys feeling about coming aboard? Was it an easy transition for you? Were you teamless beforehand? Give us some of your team history.
Yeah, I was on Lazarus Gaming beforehand. That disbanded, so I was teamless for a little bit. I was kind of deciding whether I wanted to play StarCraft full-time or not. And luckily I found VP, and so far it's been a great experience. We have a great manager, Mike. He's very accommodating. But overall it's good. I like it a lot, and I hope we all do well. My teammates are really cool too, so it's another plus.
Yeah, definitely good to get along with the team and have a manager that is really in it for the passion and to make it work. But Dopa, how about give us some of your team history? What were you doing before VP, and how did you first sign on?
Well, before VP, I was actually with VVV. Since pretty much the StarCraft division for VVV has been established, I've been one of their founding members. And I've been with them since they were actually called a team called Fantastic during beta. And then from that, they changed their name to Quantum Gaming. And then the top players from Quantum Gaming got picked up into VVV. So I was with them for quite a while, and then finally I met some of the VP guys, and I've gotten along with them really, really well, especially Mike and Sean and a bunch of other guys, and eventually I hopped on board, and I really feel like there's no regrets for jumping onto this team. Like, this team was awesome. The best thing about this team is everyone is really, we're really, really close. Everyone has we talk on Vent like all the time. Everyone's always communicating. We have a lot of fun practicing together. We joke around with each other. So it's really, really cool. And to have a manager like Mike that is really, really caring about his players, it's awesome. Something I haven't seen in a lot of managers in the past.
Yeah, certainly, and we saw the Lazarus Gaming, the team unfortunately disbanded, and it was kind of a heartbreak for everyone, I guess. Is just it's never good to see things like that not end well. But all those attributes to teams that you were just mentioning are all certainly hugely advantageous to the players and everyone involved. It makes StarCraft fun, and after all, it is a game, so there needs to be at least some level of fun there to make it sustainable. But that's great to hear. It's great to see VP gamers rising up and picking up some new players. Hopefully you guys can do well at the first team MLG event and have a good show and get that brand name out there. So how you guys feel about the Hypercrew VP partnership here that has just recently been announced?
I like it. Partnerships are good and whatnot. I don't really have much else to say about that. I'm not too privy to the details.
All right. Well, hopefully we can get you in Clash for the Cash and some of the other tournaments now that we have slightly larger prize pools. Dopa, you as well. Hopefully we'll see you guys in there. But that about wraps it up. Do you guys have any additional shout-outs for us? Syckness, we'll go to you first for the closing words.
Just VP, our sponsors. Check out our website, vpgamers.com. Right? Yeah, that's it. Okay, I just had to check. Yeah, no, it's going to be a fun event, so.
All right, we'll certainly keep an eye on your progress. Dopa, any last words for you?
Probably VP, yeah, of course, VP, our teammates, and Cooler Master, our sponsor, and that's pretty much it.
All right.
And my cousin right there.
All right, well, that wraps it up for another pre-MLG interview. Stay tuned, guys, for more interviews coming your way.